Don't make noise. Don't talk to me. Don't make me.
Don't worry, until one person will come. You know who that is?
I'm already lying. I know. Somebody has joined. Oh, I can't see my face. Okay, I can see people there, but I can't. Okay, hi Shakti. So is this how I would know? Okay, fine. All right, let's go. So we're going to do emotional journaling today. I was expecting Nivi. Yeah, Nivi is there. Okay. I guess I was expecting another person. They can always refer back. That's okay. So we're going to do emotional journaling. Hi. So can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. So, yeah, I hope you have a paper and a pencil ready just in case later on, not now. Yeah, Nivi, I can see that. So, so what's emotional journaling? So, say for instance, have you all had an experience of keeping a diary? Have you ever done a diary? Like, have you ever written daily events as a kid? Have you ever kept a diary? Either of you? Okay. So diary is basically it's a record of whatever happened, like record of events or experiences, whatever happened during the day. All right, that's what a diary is all about. What does a journal mean? Journal is still a record of events and experiences, but the difference is there will be an addition of feelings in there. There'll be a lot of emotions involved when you write a journaling. How did you feel when you went through this experience, or when you went to this place, or when you had this idea, brainstorming and so on, whatever, like when you go to some places you want to explore some ideas, even that is an event or an experience, but how you feel is what gets documented in your emotional journaling. Why emotional journaling? Okay, now, hi Bindu. So, what's emotional journaling? Why is that important? Why not just a diary, right? So what happens is when you start writing your emotions, start sharing emotions, um, in a book or a paper, whatever. Generally, I would keep a journal and write down. What happens is I start understanding the experience, the feelings or the emotions that my body actually has stored, which I am not even aware of otherwise, right? Like, say, for instance, I become self aware. I understand, oh, okay, this is what I am experiencing, this is what I'm going through. So I start learning about myself. I start understanding myself better. Um, and, uh, and what happens is when I go through experiences, uh, especially when, say, for instance, your body is having some charges, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling angry, or you're getting irritated, but it's not very obvious. Say, for instance, you have to finish some work, or your husband is not keeping well, somebody in the family is going through something. Obviously, you're going to go through something, but sometimes it's not in the surface. It doesn't really surface, but it's inside your body. So how does this show? Sometimes you have acid reflux. Sometimes you have a pain, a headache, or some pain in the body. So something like these, so stuff like these happens to your body. Now that pain you might think body is going through, but actually the thing is the body is actually trying to communicate, that I am not fine emotionally. All right. So whenever, so our body has there are different parts to our body, like there is physical body, emotional body, just to quickly, and then there is the energy body. Now at an emotional level, if you've not experienced, if you've not really felt your emotion fully, then your physical body starts processing it for you. So that's when you meet with accidents, you fall sick, and so on and so forth. All right. So that's for another day. But in emotional journaling, what happens is you actually start processing what the body is going through because the emotional body has not processed it. All right. This is what emotional journaling is all about. And why do you do this? Why emotional journaling? Because when you start writing, of course, you can talk and vent out your emotions, but when you start writing, the mind is super fast, but when you start writing, the mind doesn't have a choice but to slow down to keep pace with the pen. You need to write, right? So you have to slow down. The mind has to slow down. When the mind slows down, you are structuring the mind to the way you want. The mind is very dangerous. Mind is very powerful, but if you're not able to get a hang of it, then it starts mastering, and it's a bad master. So what you do is when you start writing, it slows down, and there is a structure to the brain, whatever it is doing. So it helps, all right, for the brain to slow down. All right. And it also helps to connect with your feelings. Okay, I do have these feelings. You kind of figure this out. All right. So you learn to understand who you are. So what are these emotions that I have, and so on and so forth. You start exploring yourself. All right. So this is what emotion journaling is all about, and this is what it does to you. All right. Why emotion journaling? In today's world, we are so busy, we're literally scrolling most of the time. We are moving from one um, we are moving from one media to another, one task to another. We are multitasking most of the times. We are not really sitting and focusing on one work. Never. Very rare. So our mind is always working at and it's always on the roll. Sometimes we are always on the edge. So there is no time to connect to the emotions, and without connecting to the emotions we cannot evolve ever. All right. So we'll always stagnate in the same place. We always feel stuck and so on. Unless and until we process, we cannot move forward. All right. YouTube shorts are to blame. Oh, really? All right. We are not to be blamed. That's right, Shakti. Can you switch off the. Sorry about that. So, um, so yeah, so there is also so why are you scrolling? That also can be journal. Like I am scrolling. So basically, you're scrolling because you want to escape. Uh, you know, whatever at the moment you don't want to experience that emotion, so you're going and scrolling. So definitely, of course, they are to be blamed, but you can also do emotion journaling for that. Just in case you don't have anything to address, Shakti, you can do this. All right, cool. So the only downside, in my view, in emotion journaling, the only downside is if you are clinically depressed, I would suggest don't journal. No. If you're clinically depressed, if you are certified, if you are diagnosed with clinical depression, do not, please do not do emotion journaling. Why? Because then you get into this, you get sucked into this, you get sucked into this mode of always focusing on negative emotions. It's very difficult for you to come out after that. So I would suggest, do not, if you're clinically depressed, please do not get into this emotional journey. That's not for you. All right. Otherwise, please go ahead and do, because a lot of us are stuck there because we are not emotionally processing. All right. Cool. Now, any questions? It's just a theory to understand I hope you have a pen and a paper. Any questions? I know I didn't think about this, that you cannot communicate, but I mean verbally, but that's okay, I guess. So I started off this YouTube live streaming so people can go back and refer. We don't have to do this topic again. They can go back and refer. So that's the whole idea. Awesome. So, do you have a pen and a paper? You can hear? All right. Now we're going to do a little tiny exercise just to experience, what journaling can be. So I'll handhold you. So it's easy for you to start doing the practicing this on your own later on. All right. Now, I hope you have a pen and a paper ready with you, a notebook, whatever you, a paper, pencil, whatever. All right. Okay, Shakti. So, okay, why is it? Okay, we come to that later. Okay, now I would like you to think about one. Okay, I would like you to sit and observe the state, how you feeling as of now. I would like you to sit and feel. Sit, just close your eyes and sit. I would like you to close your eyes and sit. We did Anapana, right? So connect with your breath. Connect to your breath and calm down. You don't even have to calm down, just be aware of your body and just connect to what is this emotion that's coming up as of now. Are you able to define or no? Yes or a no? Are you able to figure out any emotion at all or no? Are you able to understand if you're feeling anything or no? I'm waiting for your answer, yes or a no. Calm and happy. Okay. So for people, okay, so Nivi, you're able to understand, which is a very good thing. Now, Deepa, you said calm and happy. Now, I would like you to connect, or anybody out there who's not feeling any emotion, I'm able to figure out the emotion, which is good. Body aches, all right. So, Shakti, I would like you to connect to the body aches, the ache, wherever the pain is in the body, connect to it. Deepa, I would like you to connect to your body. Just observe your body. See if there is any ache, any twitch, anything. It could be anything. Your feet could be moving instead of static position. Observe anything. It could be anything. So observe the body. All right. If you do not feel any emotion, observe the body. Now I would like you to take the pen and paper and start writing. So for people who have ache, connect to the ache and say for instance, my leg is hurting, my leg is hurting, my eye is twitching. If you recognize the emotion, say I am feeling this. Write down, jot down that emotion. Say I am feeling this, as if you're talking to someone else, but you're actually talking to yourself. Say you're talking to the notebook or you're talking to yourself, but you're talking to someone. And when you write, use the pronoun I, because you are talking to someone. So I am feeling this. And in the moment, in the present, no, I was, no, I might be, I am. I am feeling this emotion. I am confused. My head is hurting. Right. Write down whatever your observation is with respect to emotion or your body. All right. And then, okay, I wrote now what? For people who are feeling that way, say, my jaw feels heavy, Buggy. Yeah, say, my jaw feels heavy. Write that down. And then I'm like, okay, my jaw feels heavy. So what now? So I don't know what's happening. Oh yeah, my head is hurting. So what now? So you go ahead and write again. So what now? Just the way you would talk to someone, but you're writing. So what now? I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't know what that means. Write it down. Okay, now this is silly. I'm getting irritated. Okay, write down if you feel that I'm getting irritated. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's happening. Write down whatever you're feeling, write down. And then go back to, okay, my head is hurting. My jaw is hurting. My uh, body, my head is hurting or toe is hurting, whatever. Write down again. Go back to the same. It is hurting. Now observe, you will start connecting to that hurt, pain, or that emotion. You will start feeling it deeply. Someone who's already figured the emotion, you will start going deeper and deeper into the emotion. You'll start, if you're feeling sad, you'll feel more sad. For someone who's angry, that's a secondary emotion. Now you'll start traveling and you'll feel fear or sadness, the primary emotion. It's a very personal exercise. If you feel like sharing, you may share. If you don't, that is fine too. If you have any questions, please jot it right away. I can guide you through. There could be tears welling for some. For some, the pain can become more intense because the body is processing now, because emotionally you're not able to connect yet, if at all so. Then, if that's the case, then your body will start hurting more. That particular part will start hurting more. So, for people who have recognized the emotion, say again, I am feeling sad. Say that, write that again. When I say, I'm saying write that again. You'll go deeper into that emotion. You'll go deeper into the sadness, fear. Now, for people who've been who've been mentioning about the jaw feels heavy, then you'll start feeling the emotion. There is a numbness and slight pain in my heart. So connect to that. Connect to that slight pain in the heart. My heart is paining. I feel numb. Where are you feeling numb? In any part of the body or generally? Where is the numbness? Specific part. Jot that down. Say, I'm feeling numb in this part of the body. I feel pain in my heart. Take one at a time. Do not take all of them because they are layers. You can't address everything at a time. Take just one. Either the pain in the heart or the jaw feeling heavy or just any one. I feel numb emotionally. Obviously, because you are feeling numb emotionally, which means you are not processing, your emotional body is not processing the emotion, your physical body is processing by, your jaws feeling heavy, pain in the heart, physical pain in the heart, because you're refusing to feel the emotion, right? We do not feel the emotion, we refuse. Why people don't do emotion journaling? Because it takes you deeper. I'll come to that later. Let's finish this exercise now. Yeah. Please take one emotion. Feeling two now. Fine, you can write it down. But say, for instance, anger and sadness are the two emotions. Then sadness is the primary emotion. So connect directly to the sadness. Because even if you connect to the anger, it will take you to the sadness only. Because sadness is the primary emotion. Anger is the secondary emotion. If that gives you clarity. Any one emotion, take connect to one emotion, it will automatically, if it's a secondary, it will take you to the primary anyway, so non-issue. Fear and confusion, okay, go to the fear is a primary emotion. Even if you go to confusion, it will take you, so take one emotion at a time. Take one emotion, you'll figure out what is your fear. Fear is primary actually. All right. So go deeper. Say, I am feeling this. So, Buggy, you can connect to one particular part in the body and just dig down. Okay, my jaw is feeling heavy or hard, whatever. You pick it's your choice, and write that. When you keep saying that, you'll keep connecting even deeper to that part, that pain, and that will take you to an emotion. Okay. Now, when you keep writing, for people who are already there where your emotion is already, you already know what emotion you are in, if you keep writing, okay, I am feeling this, right? 5 times you can write the same emotion. If you don't know what to do, just keep writing. I am feeling fear, I am scared, I am feeling a lot of fear in the body, I am scared. Go deeper. When you keep writing, you are going deeper into that emotion. When you go deeper and deeper, you will act, there will be a situation that will come up where you felt that fear or that confusion or that pain in your heart, whatever that, you will connect to that emotion. You will feel that particular experience, whatever it is, whenever it is, had happened, and you had experienced this emotion at that point in time. That situation will pop up, or the person will pop up, because of which the pain is there, or whatever be the case, whoever, whatever, or maybe you don't know how to handle the situations, whatever is it, just jot it down. It will come up, it will surface now. Write it down. And then the moment you've connected, you've come to that space, now there will be a huge burst of emotions. It would be difficult for you to even write now. If you've got there, it will be very difficult for you to write. There'll be huge burst, like a volcano of all the emotions, or that particular situation going deeper and deeper, and you're feeling that emotion intensely in your body. It'll be so intense now. Feel it fully. You're angry, you can curse that person, you're angry with yourself, oh my god, how could I do this? Whatever be the emotion. I'm so scared, my hand is hurting. Okay, say my hand is hurting, it doesn't matter, keep writing. Whichever you connected to first, stay there. The mind will play games. Your mind is very, very intelligent. Whatever you picked up first, stick to that, Navy. Don't change now. Your hand is hurting, that's okay, let it hurt. If you've already connected to the emotion, and if you're very, very, if it's intense, you can stop writing and start feeling. You don't have to write. Once the emotion is intense, you can start feeling. You don't have to write. Writing is just a catalyst to get the emotion out. It's not like a hard and fast rule, right? It's just a technique we're using. For some people, if you have an emotion where people are always scrolling with the phone and you don't know what to do, you get irritated, you can do emotion journaling now. How you feel when your family members are playing around or meddling with their gadgets, and you feel bad that they're not communicating with you, right? You can even jot down that and connect to an emotion there. All right. Now, for people who have already connected intensely to the emotion, feel it fully in your body. What I mean by that is, if you are hurting, if you are feeling sad, if you're feeling scared, feel that fear fully. Feel that fear in every cell of your body. Feel it fully. Every cell of your body should feel that fear. Feel it fully in your body until there is nothing else to feel. I mean, you felt it fully in your body. Release it through your mouth. Breathe out through your mouth. And visualize the emotion leaving your body through your mouth. if there is if you're feeling this emotion for a longer period of time, that's fine. There is no time period. It takes a long time sometimes. Yeah, you lose track of time. So feel all the emotions fully. Just because I asked you to release, you don't have to release if you've not experienced it fully yet. Yeah, please do. That's when you'll connect to it fully. So only when you connect to that emotion fully, yeah, when you connect to that emotion, you'll start figuring out what is the fear about. Write it. When you write it, that's when you fully understand what is it that you're so scared of. Go ahead and feel it. Go ahead and write it down and feel it fully. And for people who have already reached a space, I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to ask you all now because it's very if it's very intense, you might be in it. So I will wait for you all to go through this process, whatever it is. So this is what processing of emotion means for some who've not understood. I've explained this. We've gone through family constellations, past life regression. This is what it means. Releasing. If you've already processed this, like you've completed, you've gone through the emotion and you've released it through your mouth, if you've done it, say I have completed. If there are many people who have completed, then we can brainstorm, but otherwise I'll wait. There is no rush. I'll wait. I hope everything is the video and audio are fine. Mohan thinks video is frozen. For me it seems fine. So I am under the perception that you are all doing this exercise, so you must be amidst processing the emotion. So I am waiting. In case you've completed or you have any questions, please go ahead and type it in there. Hmm. It just means that you have so Bagi, is your primary emotion sadness? Was it sadness? I know, Bindu, it is intense. I'm aware. That's why I'm not speaking. This is just to help you understand the technique. You can do it whenever you want, but it's very powerful. Trust me. You might have to do, if it's very intense, you might need to do a few sessions for yourself. You can just sit and journal, keep doing it regularly. Then the intensity will come down and you'll realize that you have actually have processed, and that particular emotion or that particular situation will not trigger you anymore. So, Buggy, coming to you, if you've not cried much, so tear, which means sadness, if you've not really connected with your sadness, if you've not really cried, and if you're not feeling sad, you have a fear of feeling emotions, feeling that fear because it's painful. You know why a lot of people, okay, I'm not coming to that again because I don't want to disrupt the flow. So, Buggy, the reason you have not completed. There is more of layer inside. You only touched the tip of the iceberg. There is something very deep which you have not processed. So, try this again and again, um, just for you to just to help. See, I'll type in something. You can start affirming this. Um, I choose I choose to accept. Excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry. So I choose to just keep affirming as and when I choose to accept, acknowledge, and embrace all my emotions, even though they are very painful. I'm willing to face. So keep affirming this, and with a lot of emotion. Of course, you should mean what you're saying, and which means you are, you know, being open to experiencing emotions. You're okay, you feel you can, and you'll feel safe. It's connected. So this is all about self-love, but it is pretty intense, right? So go ahead and feel it fully. You've not connected with your inner child, Bhagi. There's a lot of work to be done. So there are layers to it. So right now, say I'm willing to face. Let me type it. Let me type. I am. I choose to accept and embrace emotions, willing to face, embrace my emotions, even though they are painful. I am willing to face. So you can keep affirming this and see if this helps. Now my body is aching. I've written down. So Nivi, what have you written down? Have you written down the okay, so it's a series. So when you've completed one particular processed one particular emotion, there's something else coming up. So go ahead and connect to your body. Okay, a couple of caution. You when you start doing this, you need to have sufficient time and space because you really do not know when it's going to end. So that's one thing I should have mentioned, and I'm mentioning this now. So going forward, this will end in an hour. So by 7 I'll close this. But then whenever you start, you want to do this session, plan this. See to it that you don't have, anyway, you have your privacy, and you have your space, and you have sufficient time to sit and work on this, all right? Because sometimes when you start, and if they are very intense and you've never done this before, you've never attended to your inner child, you've never done any shadow work, then this is going to take some time, right? So give yourself that time. So maybe when you've already processed one, and if there is another part of the body that starts aching, then if you have time, you can connect to that and do emotion journaling on that also. But right now, it might be, if you that's up to you. If you want, you can do. And if you have questions, I can attend to now. Yeah, we have another 20 minutes. So yeah, so there'll be a series of one connecting to the other. You can do that if required. Okay. All right. So this is one of the reason why a lot of people avoid journaling. Thank you, Chitra. How are you doing? Long time. I've been meaning to call you. I'll do that. So is there so are you all still in amidst the processing? Nice. So generally why people avoid doing emotion journaling is primarily because it's very painful. It's not it's not easy at all to do. So what happens is, when you do emotion journaling, okay, before I move on to that, can I talk about this? Because if you're all amidst an intense session, I don't want to disrupt by, you know, rationalizing, stuff or some theory. So I'll wait. It is a very intense emotion. It is a very intense practice. So I know for some it might be too much. Yeah, it does. It does always. It's worked very soon. Yeah, it does actually. But then if you keep doing it, you go dig deeper into your emotions. Very powerful actually. My jaws are very tight, and I'm feeling breathless too. Yeah. So Nivi, I have a question. You are still with the body. If you observe, you're still with the body, which means you're not feeling the emotion. Are you feeling any emotion yet? Because you are coming up with different parts of your body, right, Nivi? Because first you did have confusion and fear. Which emotion did you connect to? So connect to one emotion and stay with that. Okay, then stay with fear. Stay with fear, process the fear, go deeper into that fear. Don't deviate. Because if you deviate, you've not explored this emotion fully, all right? And at the same time, you're opening up all the other Pandora boxes. No, that's not cool, right? So you don't want to open up another emotion unless and until you've dealt with this fully. Right now, you have work to do. So complete that and then go to the next. So no multitasking here. No way. So what are we doing here? So basically, we are still working with the mind, but we are working with the limbic system of the brain. All right, the limbic system of the brain is connected to emotions. It is responsible for our behavior. It is responsible for controlling our emotions, regulating our emotions, rather, not controlling, regulating our emotions. So we are basically trying, still playing, still working with our mind, but we are working with a part of the mind which is connected to the limbic system, which is connected to regulating emotions. So we will take one at a time. So if we are all over the place, if we are connecting to so many emotions, we are all over the place. We are not going to go anywhere. So we want to go deeper. We want to go dig deeper and resolve this, then go to the next. Otherwise, we will not find resolution to anything, and you'll still be in the same uh, position where you started, and there is no resolution, and you feel this doesn't work, and you get frustrated, right? So just hone in on just one emotion and stick to that as of now. So for people who have not really connected to emotions, it's going to be a bit difficult. That's when the body is going to hurt a lot. Feeling of numbness where you just don't understand what emotion is this, you're on denial. You are completely in denial. Why? There is a reason. Don't blame yourself for it. It's just that it's so painful. Like, who wants to go through pain? Like, who wants to feel sad and scared? Nobody wants to do that. Like, duh, who wants to? I don't want to. But we don't have a choice. Without feeling that, without experiencing that, we cannot master it. We cannot move forward. So it's very important for us to experience the emotion, right? I'm getting a sense that you're all like amidst, like it's super intense, and I'm not sure if I can get to the next theory, like discuss this, or wait for you all to complete. If you can help me understand that, it will be good. Pardon me. Awesome. Thank you, Bindu. So I'll take a cue from there. So generally, how do you know? Okay, I have journaled enough. Please understand, at any given point in time, you can't keep doing it all the time, because everybody's bandwidth for emotions, everybody's bandwidth for tolerance, everybody's bandwidth for even how much you can take differs from one to another, right? So for some you can go on for hours, for some like 10 minutes is super too much, right? So every person is different, and we need to respect that. So how do you know you've come to it? First, when you take one, so a couple of things you need to follow. Take just one particular emotion, one particular situation that will get connected to, and just deal with the emotion that particular situation or that particular person is triggering you into. All right. And once you have done that, and how do you know you've completed this? When you have processed it, you'll feel very light, you'll feel very relaxed, and your head will be less clogged, your mind will be less clogged. You'll feel exhausted. For some, you'll feel super exhausted. It'll be so intense. So that's when you know that you have completed processing. Now, when I say completed processing, right now you've completed the processing, completed processing that emotion at this moment. You never know if there is a layer, it can come up another time, and that's fine too. But right now you have processed it, how much ever you think your body can take, your whatever your bandwidth is, you have processed. So that's how you come to know. Thank you for that, Bindu. So that's a cue for me to understand that yeah, she has processed. Yes, you will feel very relaxed after that. All of you who have completed or processed will feel very relaxed. So take only one emotion, one situation, one person at the moment. If you have many, no multitasking here, only one. All right, awesome. So, like Bindu, is anybody else feeling relaxed? Anybody else feeling okay? I think I'm good with this. I think I'm good with this particular emotion as of today. I'm feeling light. Anybody else feeling this? So it's intense. Everybody's going through, and it's not easy for everyone. It's not easy for anybody who's practicing it. Well, I've gone through that many number of times, and it's like I'm going to die feeling this emotion. It's pretty intense sometimes. So I feel you. I feel you. As much as I'm laughing, that's my coping mechanism for pain. But when you feel it, it's very, very intense. So I feel you all. So it could be very personal. So I do not want to delve, ask questions on what exactly it is. So I respect your space, and I would like you to leave you or with in this space where you actually process, you calm down, and you know get into your sometimes if it's too much you can even sleep, which is a good thing. Go ahead and sleep. You might want to have a good shower after completing. Mohan, unless and until you wrap the session up fully, you do not want to sleep. Because if you sleep without processing, you are in a soup. But yeah, I have personally experienced after processing when it's too much. But I have processed, like I know where it's coming from, breathing out. I processed it physically. Then you can sleep. Absolutely fine. But no sleeping without processing. Absolutely not. Yeah. So why people avoid emotion journaling? Just a quick for us to understand. It's not that it's not that they don't want to do. It's just that it's very difficult to feel emotion. It's very painful. Who wants to willingly go feel the pain? So that's one of the main reason. Good. I'm glad hearing this. Feeling relaxed. So basically, that's why people do not do journaling. They don't want to do the self reflection and introspection stuff because it's very painful. Who wants to go through it, right? Which is totally understandable. But as I mentioned, without that, you cannot move forward in life. You'll be stuck in some segment of your life for sure. All right. Um, and some people don't even want to accept the truth. When you are writing down and emotionally journaling, a lot of stuff comes up. Like, for instance, you feel, what a fool I was, right? So it becomes very, it's like, oh my God, the mistake was mine and not theirs, We're very judgmental. When we write, we are so in that there is so much shadow self that comes up. So we tend to blame, we will tend to do a lot of stuff, but we stick to the emotion. When we stick to the emotion, we realize where is the emotion really coming from? Where is the source? It's generally inside of us. So then it's very difficult to face that pain of, oh my God, I was the one responsible and I didn't even know. So that not a lot of people are ready to acknowledge. So when that comes up, please understand that doesn't make you a bad person. It's just understanding, okay, we are humans, we have this and that, a positive, negative, good, bad, and that's what makes us human, so beautiful, right? So just accept, because when we start being nice, when we start accepting us for who we are, we start accepting others for who they are. It's beautiful. So basically, when you are unconditional and non-judgmental with yourself, that's the way you are with others. If you are otherwise with yourself, you tend to be the same with others. So it all boils down to love, unconditional love. All right. So I think I have shared everything that I wanted to share with respect to emotion journaling. I think I've left enough knowledge for you all to practice this again and again and again until you process all the emotions. This is what I feel. All right. I am under the I'm under the perception that you guys are still working on this. Sometimes you don't have a time duration. You can't really set a time duration. So I will respect your space and I would like you to continue doing what you're doing. However, if you have any questions, now is the time for you to just type in case you are in a mind space, you're in a position to, like, ask the questions, please go ahead and type it in there and I'll be more than glad to address. And no, if you want to continue, that is fine too. All right. I should have done this earlier, but I think Asha joined a little bit later. So, Asha, wishing you a very, very happy birthday. I don't know what emotion you're processing, but trust me, you just have to embrace that shadow self of yours. So, it's good for you. Good start. Thank you so much, Bindu. Awesome. It was lovely spending time with you all. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please post them here. You can always go ahead and, as usual, ask questions. When I find the time, I'll definitely reply. All right. Thank you so much for the trust and the opportunity to serve you all. Take care. Have a good evening. Love you all. Happy emotional journaling. Bye bye.